everyone. Welcome back. Please comment, rate, subscribe, folks. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. I want to thank everyone that does like, watch, and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Listen, folks, there's a link tree down below. Has links to all of my social media platforms. Please go down there. Follow me across all my social media platforms and talk to me because I'll talk back. Also down there as well as links to all of my YouTube pages. Please go down there, subscribe to all my YouTube pages, and turn your notifications so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. Listen, folks, Sunday, we're going to be sitting down, okay, watching a game together. We're going to do a live game reaction, Jets, Cowboys, and then directly after that game, okay, we're going to have a live radio show. Call in. I take live callers. I love going back and forth with you folks about this football team. Now, with that said and done and put to the side, I've come to talk to you folks today about Zach Wilson. Oh, yeah, Zach Wilson, all right? I'm going to talk to you folks about Zach Wilson and how I still have faith that the New York Jets can be a playoff team here with Zach Wilson at their helm, okay? He's our starter right now. We know that Aaron Rodgers is dealing with that Achilles injury. He's had surgery. We'll see what happens going forward with him. But as of right now, Zach Wilson is the guy that's under center. And I believe that the New York Jets are still in a playoff, competition, still in a playoff push with him as the QB. Our season is not dead. It is not dead because Zach Wilson is the guy. I believe we can still be a playoff team. So I want to start off here, all right? One of the reasons why I feel like Zach Wilson can still put us in a position to be a playoff team is because of what I saw from him against the Bills. Now, was Zach Wilson just out of this world amazing? No. But he did produce, okay, when necessary in critical moments, and he made some throws in that game that I think in the past he wouldn't have been able to make. So it seems like he's taking that step forward, right? There was some throws in some critical moments, right? And this was a big game. Now, keep in mind, he had no practice with the first team offense, okay? He had no practice with the first team offense the week leading up to the Bills game on Monday night because we all know Aaron Rodgers was the guy taking those snaps. So he steps out after Aaron Rodgers gets the Achilles injury and is really able to make some plays. First quarter, 3rd and 12, he made a throw to Lazard that I thought was unbelievable. And that continued to move the chains. In the fourth quarter, though, in the fourth, I think it was 8 minutes and like 18 seconds left on something. On 3rd and 5, he made a play that really showed me, wow, this kid is making some things happen out there. Now, the pocket was collapsing, right? There was Bills all over because we know that the Jets offensive line struggled in pass protection. Struggled in pass protection most of the game. The offensive line's collapsing, the pocket's collapsing. He's looking around. He decides to move out to his left. He kind of gets tripped up by a Bills player that's trying to get after him. And right before he goes down on 3rd and 5, he just chucks it out as he's falling. Chucks it out to Allen Lazard that is able to get a first down and keep the chains moving. That was a big play. That was a big play to me. And then, again, another critical moment in the fourth quarter as the New York Jets were driving down the field with 6 minutes, I think 17 seconds left, again on 3rd and 5. He dropped back and put a laser. I'm talking about a laser, okay, on a wide receiver in tight zone coverage. Got the Jets first and kept the drive going. I think, listen, year one, year two, Zach Wilson, I don't think makes those plays. I don't think he makes those throws. And especially, again, that 3rd and 5 in the tight zone coverage, that laser, New York Jets wide receiver, the placement that he put on that ball to keep that drive going, I don't think he makes those throws. And this is all stuff that he's been working on all offseason with Aaron Rodgers. Now, keep in mind, okay, listen, Zach Wilson does not have to be Drew Brees. He doesn't have to be Peyton Manning. Hell, he doesn't even have to be Aaron Rodgers to be successful here with this football team and just consistently put them in a position to win games. All he has to do is be smart with the football, be quick with getting the ball out of his hands, concise with his throws, and don't make big mistakes to kill the New York Jets. Don't do it. That's all he has to do. And the reason that I believe that he can do that, my next point, is the team that he has around him. This is a playoff caliber football team. We know our defense is phenomenal. We know that. I don't even have to talk about how I believe the New York Jets defense is probably will end the season again top 3 or top 4, excuse me. And I think they're personally the number 1 defense in the league. That's what I personally believe, right? But we're easily a top 4, top 5 defense easily, okay? Top 3, honestly. All right? But when you look at the offensive side of the ball, the weapons there are phenomenal. Garrett Wilson, who was great. We saw him come up with that touchdown and that big touchdown against the Bills. He's got Allen Lazard, who's phenomenal, who knows the offense through and through. Mecole Hardman, who's going to be playing against the Cowboys. That guy's a speedster. He opens things up. CJ Uzomah, Conklin, Rucker, great tight ends. They do great in blocking as well. And he's got a phenomenal running game to lean on too, okay? Phenomenal running game to lean on. Breece Hall, who looks unbelievably amazing. You got Dalvin Cook, who's really doing things. He's making moves as well, continuing to push and move the chains for the New York Jets. His production in that Bills game was great as well. And then you got Michael Carter, who's a great back too. He's got the guys, okay, to take the load off of him, and all he's got to do is get the ball to the players that are open in space. That's all he's got to do, okay? And that can be done because we've seen quarterbacks of lesser talent that were able to have success here with the New York Jets. Look at the record books for the Jets. The greatest offense statistically the Jets have ever had in franchise history, statistically, is quarterbacked by Ryan Fitzpatrick. He is trash. Ryan Fitzpatrick is trash. He's trash, okay? He's trash. But he was able to go out there with all those guys, the cast of guys we have, Brandon Marshall, Eric Decker. You know, we had a solid running game as well. And he was able to go out there and throw the ball to the guys that were open and allow them to do what they need to do. So all Zach has to do is just that. And we know that the team has his back as well, right? Guys have come out and talked about there's great footage of, you know, during the game, once that touchdown was caught by Garrett Wilson, Garrett came to say, great throw, man. Good stuff. Allen Lazard talking to him on the sidelines. Look, you got what it takes. You know, he's telling them, is the load off your shoulders? Is everything good now? Are you ready? Are you nervous? Just you settle down. We got your back. All these guys love Zach Wilson, and they have faith in him and what he's going to be able to bring to the table. And then my final point of why I believe the New York Jets will still be in playoff contention and get a playoff spot with Zach Wilson here is because of our coaching, all right? And I feel like this gets lost in the sauce. We have Nathaniel Hackett here, okay? Nathaniel Hackett was the offensive coordinator for the Jacksonville Jaguars, all right, in 2017. And in 2017, Blake Bortles was their starting quarterback, and Nathaniel Hackett was able to turn Blake Bortles into a productive quarterback. He looked really good when Nathaniel Hackett is his offensive coordinator, and Blake Bortles is trash. He is trash. Blake Bortles is awful. But when Nathaniel Hackett was putting together game plans, he made them look good. Let me tell you something. That Jags offense under Nathaniel Hackett was first in rushing, all right? They were sixth in total offense, and they were fifth in scoring. That was the year Leonard Fournette was ripping up the league, and nobody could stop him. And everybody knew that the Jags were going to run the football, and nobody could do anything about it. And then you had Blake Bortles just making plays. So when you have a guy that's able to scheme for the strengths of quarterbacks that really aren't very talented, that gives me nothing but good vibes, good feelings, and hope for what Nathaniel Hackett is going to be able to do with Zach Wilson going forward, working with him throughout the week on the game plan, and putting things together that are going to do nothing but lend to the strengths of Zach Wilson and his game. Nothing but good feeling about that. Keep in mind, he's also got Aaron Rodgers in his corner too. Now, this is a system that Aaron Rodgers and Nathaniel Hackett built together. You got the great offensive coordinator in your corner, but then you also got your hero, Aaron Rodgers, recovering from the Achilles. We'll see what happens with him going forward. He's also going to be in Zach's corner as well. They've talked about him. Sulla said if he wants a headset, he can get one. They've talked about him and the connection that Zach has. He's going to be in Zach's ear too, letting him know what he needs to be doing, what he needs to look for from a different level. Man, I'm feeling good about Zach Wilson. And I understand there's a lot of names and stuff that people are throwing out, but a lot of these free agent guys, they're just different names. They're really not good. And the coaching staff, the front office has already come out and said that they are riding and going forward with Zach Wilson as their starting quarterback. They called up Tim Boyle, but it is what it is. All right? So comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. How do you folks feel about Zach Wilson going forward? Do you think that Zach Wilson will be able to keep the New York Jets in playoff contention? Do you feel like this is still a playoff team with Zach Wilson at the helm? Comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. You folks have a good one. Peace.